Oh, baby. Chris McGraw with that nice fade out, baby.
Nailed
it. Joseph, how we doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic.
Thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. Joseph, is this 4 times in a row?
I think it
I feel
might
like
be.
this is a three-peat.
Repeat. What's up? Three-peat. Is it a three-peat or is it 4-peat, Chris?
I think it's a three-peat. I thought we had them back-to-back weeks last week.
You're right. 2 times in a row. Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, I think it would have been 3 because I think Joe was not feeling good that last week. Dude, last week's podcast was tremendous. You could tell Joe was definitely dying throughout the whole podcast.
Could you see it? After watching?
When I did
was trying my best to just like look normal.
When I screamed, you just like visually
just like
were
the tacos are eating my insides.
yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's the first free Saturday in 3 months. It feels so good. Freedom. When so we started this beautiful day with golf down by the lake. And the ranger asked us, "What are you guys celebrating?" And we go, "Freedom." And he's like, "Ain't no such thing as freedom, baby." I'm like, "Let's not shit on my parade, bro."
Dude, you haven't spent the Saturday in the basement.
Why you shitting on my weekend, baby? I'm ready to go.
Then Peter punched an old man in the face and ran down the fairway.
No, I took a nice drive actually, and proceeded to shit the bed from there on.
If you won the lottery, that would be a good job to have. Just be the man who stands at the tee going, 11 o'clock, your turn. 11:09, your turn. I honestly, that's gonna be for me. I think that's gonna be my retirement. Like that's where I'll sit outside in nature. It's beautiful out. Yeah.
Let people go. I don't want to be the guy who's got to run around and be like, hey, pick it up.
I'm going to be that guy, but I'm going to have an air horn. I'm just going to go by like,
all right,
hurry up, boys.
I thought potentially we could have.
When they're out of your range, you can hit the ball.
I mean, the group in front of me was moving kind of slow today. Got these little kept in their step.
Joe, you went past me them cups.
Oh, yeah.
My friend.
We were following the squad in front of us.
We were on their ass.
There was a point where there was a hole. There was nobody in the hole in front of you.
No. We were always right on them.
There was
they
no
were finishing the hole as we were starting the hole.
Yeah.
You guys just never saw them.
Yeah, because you guys were going too slow.
You guys are absolutely crazy. Get your eyes fixed.
Get your shit checked.
My rhythm was all thrown off, man.
Oh, is that why you sucked? That's the reason?
No. It helped with the reason why I sucked.
There's nothing better than watching Pat sit back there. He's got this shot up. He's like,
there was one shot.
I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit it right between these mofos. It's going to be great. Proceeds to top the ball and hits a 10 and hits Pepsi McGraw probably going to hit a better shot at that point.
Thought the guy was bowling with the way the ball just rolled along the lawn.
Kept rolling.
Yep.
Everything was fast today. The greens were fast.
Oh, yeah.
The fairway was fast. It was great. So if you hit a crap shot, it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
I was blessing the green with, I'd go from this side and then left to right. I was doing in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, all across that hole, all the holes.
It poured Brian at the end there. The Coors Light. So ladies and gentlemen, when you're golfing, you gotta have a little refresher for yourself.
Yeah, gotta stay hydrated out there.
And poor Brian. There's 2. So he's got you, Pat.
Is it a milkshake? Jesus.
It's a little foamy, I guess. I mean, I give you guys a better shot than I'm giving me and Joe right now. But poor Brian on 8 and 9. I think if he could have, he would have snapped the club.
I heard he threw it.
He threw it across the sand trap.
He threw the
I didn't see
on the
that.
9-hole when he hit it out of the sand. He threw it right at the cart.
And then he threw the rake too.
Yeah, he was definitely bothered. I lost 3 balls on hole number, I don't know, whichever one with the water is. All 3.
The par 3?
It was 7. I think it was 7. No, it was probably 6 actually.
Yeah,
the 6 par 3. The only one where you have to go over the water.
Yep.
How'd you lose 3 balls?
I got 3 times, dude.
I teed him off, and then they proceeded to go into the water. Pat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you took 3 tee shots. I was curious.
Oh,
on the 9th hole, I took 3.
Usually you get to drop on the other side, Joe.
What's it?
Usually if you put one in the water, you can drop it on the other side.
Oh, I also did that.
Joe wanted to see if he could clear the water.
You want to tin cup it up?
Yeah.
Just keep going for it?
Yeah. No, we had a great time.
It was a lot of fun. It was.
So it looks like it's about to storm in Chicago right now, though. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we avoided it.
Yeah.
Started with the sun out, and then it slowly got cloudier, but it was still a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day.
If I had all the money in the world, this is all I would ever do is play golf.
Oh yeah.
It's great to be outdoors, get a little Coors Light in you. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
Yes, sir.
Chris, do we want to bring up the new drinking game?
Oh, yeah. We got a new drinking game because Pat hasn't really disliked anything on the podcast recently.
Doing a great job. You have been much more of a positive individual on this podcast, and we do truly appreciate that. But
there's been numerous times where myself and you, so I'm included in this drinking game now, have been on our phones when the topic doesn't interest us. So every time you see Pat or myself on a phone, which you would have saw me within the first 5 minutes on my phone doing my Tiggle bitties because I don't like to do homework on the weekdays, you guys got to drink now.
The best part of that was Chris was saying, like, hey, have you ever noticed when Pat's not interested in the topic, he goes right to his phone? I'm literally watching for the clip, which you can check out here. It's a pretty good clip. Pat's immediately on his, like, that's just the point where Pat's on his phone. And it's
really,
we were talking about
that's just bad friend etiquette. Right not even podcast.
You know what's interesting is it's not going to be an issue today because my phone's upstairs charging right now.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Oh, no one's doing it today.
All right, I got you guys. I got you. Bam.
That's hilarious. That's
There's
a good
numero uno for you.
All right. So we got a couple topics for the podcast.
So if I just start dotting off, then you can count, drink it up, boys.
How did your dad do? How did he have a good time? On golf today, Mr. Lynch.
Did he have
Pat's dad was with us.
Do you mean how did he hit the ball or how?
Did he have a good time?
He enjoyed himself. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Was
That's
his
all
golf game
matters.
How
any good?
did
No.
he play? No.
This golf game,
He's got old man golf down to the science. He hits. He hits like 100 yards straight every time, pretty much.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I mean, for a guy who's almost 70.
He's over 70.
Over 70 and hitting from the blue tees. The fact that he was over on the green in 6-7 shots, you take that every day of the week.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's straight for the most part.
So we'll just before we dive into everything.
Oh, and he cleared the water on the
did.
6th hole,
Barely.
and now we get Jaeger bombs tonight, and Pat Lynch is on.
Oh,
it.
yeah, I love that.
You got two.
Jaeger
You got
Jaeger bomb.
It was a divine intervention because it hit the water. It hit God knows what under the water and bounced out of the water.
God's like, hold my beer. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this shot.
God reached down. He's
Chris is like, Chris
go
goes,
fuck yourself.
Before he swings, Chris goes, if your dad clears the water, I'm buying you. If he doesn't, he clears the water. I'm buying you a Jaeger bomb. I'm like, well, I kind of want to put it in the water now. And then it hits, splashes, and the ball comes back up. I'm like, he gotta be fucking kidding me.
That ricocheted so hard, like that on the little strip there.
I forgot what I was going to say, but Joe actually had that too. We were hoping that his would do like a 6, like it was skip the water.
It just hit the water.
And it sank.
Hit the water. It was fantastic.
Okay, sorry, I had to take one for the Instagram here.
Nice. So you can drink for Pat on that one too.
For this podcast, me and Chris thought we had a little bit more time. Went to Benny's to pick up the boys. A little something special, a little something different than a Coors Light right now because we've knocked a few back. And we got Robert Dom's Belgium style. It's actually a Ukrainian beer.
Yeah, I saw it on the back there.
Nice.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, oh.
Carlsberg, Ukraine. So we have a Ukrainian Belgian style beer.
So hopefully they can still make this after all the crap that's going on in there.
Yup.
I believe that's probably.
It's probably not imported.
Yeah,
from there, but
I bet it's got to be brewed out here, huh?
I'm wondering.
What do you think, Pat?
It's got Ukrainian writing on the bottle. Like down here, like imprinted on the glass.
It was $3, so I hope you guys like it. Actually, I think this is not bad at all.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. We're trying to do a little bit more of an Oktoberfest still. We're
a little something different.
We're rocking into Halloween in 1 week. Hitting up the Las Vegas.
Oh baby!
Next weekend. What the temperature in Las Vegas was today?
90 degrees.
Joseph?
I would
to ruin it.
72,
90 degrees.
Really?
Dude, if we get that lucky next weekend,
Holy
there
cow.
might be a pool party.
We might go, yeah.
There might be a pool
party. Yeah.
For the man in the middle here, Mr. Pat Lynch, the man, the myth, the legend, is getting married in 2 weeks. How you feeling, Pat? Any nervousness?
No.
Any butterflies?
No.
Any second guesses?
Tons.
Do you want to run? Do you need us to get the car?
I don't think I could drive far enough away.
Lauren asked me about that last night when we were out to dinner. She's like, is Pat nervous at all? Is there anything? It's like, is it getting real? And I'm like, Lauren, he's got such a good prenup that if it's honestly not even like they're getting married. They break up, they just walk away with whatever they had in the house. It would be the same if they were married or not married. And I'm like, that's how you do it. because where the commitment comes. Well, and also at this point, Pat, not to put this out, hopefully he doesn't mind, but is not looking to have children at the time. So when they walk away, it's cut down the middle. There's no heated debates. It's like you break up, you just walk away, and I think that's where then it's not as big of a deal, because if you don't have a prenup and now you have to fight for every, and especially if, let's say, Katrina wanted to not work and stay home, and now she's got to, she needs alimony. It's a lot different situation.
And I mean, Daddy Warbucks over here, you got to be careful.
This guy.
Guy's got deep pockets. He's got to protect himself,
Well, yeah. Well, it's not even that.
He's got gold buried in the tree in the backyard.
I personally believe it doesn't matter what type of money you have. You never go into a marriage thinking that it's going to end as good as it started, because that's never going to happen. You just want to, because some people get just vindictive. They don't care about, and it's all about, it's about racking up, because especially like, let's say you want to get divorced and your significant other doesn't.
Yup.
They're going to have a lot more anger and hate towards you. Mm-hmm. It's going to make that process that much harder.
I'm just playing the odds. Like, I'm not assuming somebody can stay along with me, around me,
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
I mean, it's incredible that you guys have been around this long.
Nailed it.
Just keep stringing them along, Joe. Keep stringing them along.
But again, I think if, ladies and gentlemen, this is an S&P guidance or a little rule of the thumb, if you're going to get married, I think you need to get a prenup, no matter what. Not even if she's rich, you're rich.
Unless you marry Chris McGraw, then take that O-line money, baby.
You're getting a prenup no matter what.
Just protect yourself, because again, let's be honest. I think it's 60% of marriages fail.
Yeah,
and that just happens.
We went to got our marriage license yesterday in the afternoon, and I'm pretty sure that like of the 8 couples that were there with us, I could see that 3 of them probably won't last like the year.
Oh yeah, why do you say that?
They were already bickering and fighting.
Oh, see, that doesn't why.
And the one was like basically like better like to like screw on the top, like basically where they fuck each other on top of like the like where you sign like the, I guess where you get like the partition where you go up there. I'm like, all right, well, these people are way too aggressive here.
Yeah, that's
ain't gonna last either.
Oh, they were ready to go to Pound Town, huh?
It sure seemed like it.
Wow.
Jesus.
Very interesting spot to choose.
Yeah. It's like, you
don't have to consummate your marriage right now.
It's provocative.
Yeah.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
You got 60 days to send that shit back in, people.
Some people start with a kiss. Other people start with,
one and the two.
P and the V.
In the waters, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I think about that all the time. Some people it works for.
If you ever decide to get married in Cook County, you can go to Skokie to get it. Their license. You don't have to go downtown, evidently.
Did you go downtown or you go Skokie?
Skokie.
Oh, nice. Okay. Where'd you go, Joe?
I was out
DuPage
in
County,
DuPage, so it was way out there.
Oh, because you got married out there?
Yeah.
It's wherever county you get married in.
Yep.
Oh, nice. If you do, Peter, if you get married in Wisconsin.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be a common marriage state, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll get my license here, no?
No, you get it out there because you get married out there. So you be married in Wisconsin. Oh, baby.
Wherever the ceremony takes place.
I'll have to do some research.
Yep.
I really have to do some research. That might not work.
You could always do like a court marriage here and then do the ceremony out there.
Good call, Joe. Good call.
Yeah.
You looking to get married in Wisconsin?
Potentially. There's things out there. There's places I want to be.
You might as well just choose Indiana at this stage.
I mean, never know. Shit, state of America. Let's go, baby.
Let's go to Iowa. Keep going west.
Why don't we just redo Philly? I thought everybody enjoyed that so much.
Oh, what a shithole that place is. Fuck that place.
Out of the 159 episodes we've done, I think probably a good 50 of them we shit on Philadelphia
all the time,
and rightfully, deservedly so. They're a terrible shit stain of America.
We last night enjoyed a nice beer at one of the breweries by us, and I got to watch that shit city lose, and I could not be happier to see that.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
It wasn't the football game.
No, it was
the Phillies.
Arizona.
Although their team did lose last week, and fuck you, Joe.
Joe was out.
They screwed you on your lock of the week, Joe.
Oh man,
there was a lot of shit weeks a lot of really good teams who got beat last week.
That was their little way of getting back to you, Joe.
And Pat was close. Pat, you were riding a little bit, right, for a little bit, and then
for the first half, and then they decided. Then they remember they were playing Arizona, and they decided to score some points.
Yeah. That's
like, all right, it's the Cardinals. Let's just play, guys. It's fine.
Damn it, I had something else I wanted to go with Joe on. So Joe, you've got a couple guests staying at your place.
Yep.
Did they just come in to America for a little bit of vacation, or?
Yeah, so they're They're just here to see the U.S. The last time they were here, they were probably like 12 or 13, maybe.
How old are they now?
25. 25.
Oh, wow.
They coming out tonight, Joe?
They are. They do play. Yeah, they want to see what America's bar etiquette and lifestyle is.
Oh, the bar etiquette's crap, but they're gonna get a treat.
Yeah, because
Do they like country music?
Yeah, they're fans of live music. So, I mean, country music and Irish music are very similar in a lot of ways. So, they won't be missing much, or it won't be a far step away from what they're used to.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome. That
This
sounds
is
great.
This is on your mom's side, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, yeah.
So what have they like? What coming to what have they done in Chicago?
So they went to the Sears Tower or the Willis Tower. They went to an ice cream museum. They saw a Bulls game earlier
There's
this
an ice
week.
cream museum?
Yeah, I didn't know about this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Said it was fun. They recommend it.
Dumb question. Did you get ice cream at the end, or can you get ice cream?
They might have. I wasn't there. I didn't have the chance to take
Of all the
off
museums
this
here,
week.
I didn't realize an ice cream museum would be the top one to go
Yeah.
to.
Well, they went to that one. They went to the Field Museum.
Nice.
They went around downtown. They went shopping at some stores to get some clothes that they wouldn't otherwise be able to get, or maybe not as cheap as it would be, or a little bit cheaper than it would be back home. And then we got the
Chris,
hockey
what's that euro
game.
conversion at these days?
It's like almost $1.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
close.
like 1 for 1.
Yeah, but clothes are usually cheaper here than they are
Just
there.
curiosity in the euro conversion.
I gotta imagine probably most stuff is a little bit cheaper than in Ireland, just because you're an
Most-
island.
Yeah,
it
most
is-
stuff. Beers are definitely cheaper there.
Oh yeah, it's insane here nowadays.
Food is cheaper
That's
there.
by choice here, though. They're just fucking us.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that sticker shock when you go to the Bulls game and they see the Hawks game.
They went to the Bulls game and they're like, I was talking about going to the hockey game tonight. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have had some before the game, so I got to maintain my level. I can't dip. I got to maintain the consumption of alcohol starting, when we started golf and this. And
I know.
They go, have you seen the prices at the stadium? And I go,
Yeah, I've been there before.
I go, oh yes, very, very familiar. $13.50, and they're like, yep, that's exactly the cost of a beer. And I was like, yep.
They're like, how did you know the exact dollar amount to the T?
Yep. And another thing they're not used to is tax. Everything here has tax. Where when you go in Europe, they do have tax, but it's included on the sticker price.
Yes.
Oh, so they're not used to seeing $20, and they're like, well,
yeah, they'll see
$26?
$29.99. Then they get up to the front and they're like, yeah, $26.57, and they're like, what the fuck is this? What do you mean? It said $19.99. So yeah, they. I tried to let them know about that before they went shopping.
They're like, everything's so cheap. Oh wait, what?
Yeah,
19% are using a fee for this piece of clothes.
No, yeah. When I worked at Walgreens, that happened to me a couple times where we're in a Polish neighborhood and the Polish people come up, they're like, no, it says $20, and I'm like, but with tax. And they, of course,
Here in America, we screw you at the register. We screw you
before and after.
Yeah.
That would be so great, though, to just go see the price, what it would be with the tax, and just be done with it.
Why?
I'd pay $1 more, honestly, if it just,
That was it.
Yeah, just round it up. Give me a flat number. I know what I'm paying
Well, I
right
think
then and there.
that's not what bars do, because there's tax on liquor, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, some bars will get you with the.
Some bars will. Yeah,
but
some
other
bars.
other bars, it was $5. Like in that $5 is built in like the tax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably easier for them to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just probably easier for them too to calculate the sales tax.
Yeah.
Than to deal with all the.
And depending on the bar, if you pay cash, they'll usually, I've been to bars where you pay cash and they're just like $25, and then you go same number of rounds, you pay card, and it's like 25 something or 26 something.
Because they're fucking in the processing fee too. There,
it could.
They're trying to pass the processing fee on.
Yeah.
You gotta love the world, boys. I can't.
Tricky.
It went from. When did the beer prices change in Chicago? It used to be $8. It was 6 to 8 was a normal for Coors Light.
Yep.
Now we're talking 10 minimum almost.
6 to 8.
We've been had $6 to $8 for a Coors Light for a while.
They're like $5 a pop usually.
I thought I was rounding up a little bit. $10 is now the standard.
I used to always think like craft beers were like in the 6 to 8 range, and then like anything domestic was like between like 3 and 5 or 6.
That's fair.
I can see Peter's argument about 6 being about like at Bub City.
If you're tipping people, yeah.
But I mean like it's $6 flat at Bub City. I think.
But like, it depends on the area you're at too. Yeah.
I mean like obviously Wrigleyville a little bit more, but like at Lottie's, Enjoy, it feels like it's about $5.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Maybe about $4.50. $4.50.
When did it get to? We're at $9 a beer almost.
Depends. Yeah.
It's insane.
I feel like
what are we doing?
I feel like it's a post-COVID thing. They're just like.
I think this is just more recent. I feel like in the last couple months.
Yeah. I
believe
it.
I mean, certain restaurants you always see like upcharge prices on drinks.
I mean, I had a Metropolitan Tap, which we can get into real quick. It was like $8 at the.
Yeah, but those are like craft beers, and they got like $1 million of backlog.
Goddamn Coach! It's a step up from a Coors Light.
They gotta get Peter. They need to get you.
Even a Modelo was like $7. Like, what are you talking about?
They're trying to get you with that rent back.
You got if you want to increase your street cred, you got to pay the $7.
Also, if you're going to sell Modelo, you got to sell at least one American domestic.
I mean, yeah. Why? Where's the Coors Light at?
I didn't know they sold Modelo there.
They do.
That must be newer development.
Hey, now you know the rest of the story.
It must be a new development.
So we can go. We'll get into that. So we went to Joe. We went last night. We went to the Smoked Steakhouse. And
how'd you guys like that?
I don't know if I need.
Pretty good.
I don't know if I need my steak smoked.
I don't.
Cut of meat was
either.
good. Cut of meat was good, but I don't think the smoke added anything for me. It was more of a like, ooh, what is this? Than more like, oh, I like it.
Like it almost detracted from it. Interesting. Interesting.
Food was great. Mm-hmm. Like temperature was good. Unfortunately, Lauren got the steak fritz, and her steak fritz came out cold, and it was we went pink, and she went like the one below it, and it was like, I mean, it could have been still talking to us at that point.
Oh wow!
Could have still been twitching on the plate.
Yeah. So she only had half hers. She's gonna warm it up. It'll be good once it's like warmed up and like cooked, a little bit more. We got the carrots.
Yep.
Carrots, they were just like they were bourbon chipotle carrots.
They just left a lot to be desired.
I had the Brussels sprouts. They were really good.
Mashed potatoes out of this world, and the frits were great.
Yeah.
So like
that's what I did. Mashed potatoes and frits when I was there.
Yeah.
The nice thing I thought was given I didn't maybe I don't know. I don't remember like the smoke adding or taking away from the steak too much.
Exactly.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But for Sarah and her, she's a vegan or pescatarian, whatever. She'll eat fish and stuff like that. So she got, I forget what it is, cauliflower steak or something like that.
Yep.
And that was one where it really made a difference. Like I had a bite of that and I was like, oh, the texture is not quite,
steak,
meat, of course.
Yeah.
But you're getting that flavor that you would get from a cooked steak. So I was like, this is the place to do it. For the veggie bit anyways. But yeah, I didn't think it's so funny. I don't even think I remember the bit of it being smoked.
You know what? It was only like the first, like right when you got it, the first 1 or 2 cuts that you got the smoke flavor. And then after that, it was fine.
It was almost like they put a lid on it, pumped it with smoke, and then it wasn't like infused in it. It was just
it's
like
just sitting there, and then as soon as it left,
Well, I think they smoke them to a certain temperature, and then they're searing them off to whatever you want it to be, right?
Well, actually, they do the sous vide. So they do the sous vide, and then they go from there. But yeah, and then what I really liked is give me a little bowl of salt, and I got to salt it, and I'm a huge
poured the whole entire thing over it.
Yeah, buddy.
When I did go there, I thought I think I told Katrina like Peter would love this little thing on the side here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got I don't know.
Did you guys go as like a celebration of sorts?
Yes, Chris was super
I took
nice.
the boys out for helping out there in Texas.
What a sweetheart. That's awesome.
The boys,
is that your first time there?
Yeah.
Yes, it was the first time there.
Would you guys go back?
I mean, if somebody wanted to go there,
I'd go with them.
But like,
it's not it wouldn't be my signature. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
I totally cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, buddy.
If somebody invited me or was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" Maybe I would go. But like, I'm not making plans for myself to go back there again.
Yeah,
same here.
It also wasn't for a steakhouse. It wasn't crazy expensive either.
That's the thing. It kind of seemed more like a nice neighborhood place to get a decent steak that you wouldn't have to go into you'd get the quality of the city of sorts without having to go.
Yeah, it's not like $80 Gibson steak.
Yeah. Well, but I'm saying we spent $100 a person, but that's including drinks and appetizer.
Yep,
and that's like a $400 meal at Gibson's though.
But that's what we spent last night.
It was there.
I'm saying
Four
you're
people.
like if you're paying $80 for steak at Gibson's and you're sharing sides and you're doing drinks, you're probably at like $150 person.
That's fair.
Was it Gavin with you or Pepsi?
No, it was Pepsi,
Pepsi,
Lauren,
Gavin,
and Peter.
Gotcha.
And I think I would rather go. Also, I was really hoping there was gonna be because they have Smoke has great mac and cheese.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, I come in there and I'm like, boys,
You're like, please.
we're gonna be messing up some mac and cheese.
Yep.
This is where Peter's the same really comes from here. His sadness.
No, I mean, which I get. Like, that's fine. Because, again, the mashed potatoes are great. Fruits were good. Carrots just left a little bit to the desired. You thought there would be maybe a little bit more. It wasn't a sticky sauce, so it didn't really sit on it. So you're just eating kind of more al dente carrots.
Yep.
Steak was good, but the smoke didn't really do anything for me.
Yep.
So would I rather get a better cut of meat at Gibson's? And I think I would. That's what I, kind of ended up where, like, again, if people were going there to celebrate, I would totally go there. It's a good steak.
It's
just
a cool spot, like
that too.
Internally too. You get the kitchen kind of like you can kind of see into the kitchen. It's big and open.
It's interesting also because some people I've heard go to Gibson, they don't like as much like how it's it's very charred. It's like a charred 2 degrees sometimes. Like some people don't like that when you go to Gibson's either. So it can be a mix for that if people don't like that as well.
I will say the difference between like smoke barbecue and that level of barbecue, like the level of that food versus the smoke steakhouse is not quite the same.
Oh,
like
no.
you almost
No.
expect
That's exactly. I
you
think,
expect
yes.
you kind of come in thinking the barbecue is some of the best barbecue you can get in Chicago. You're kind of expecting that to be up there, especially when you walk in. It has a very professional kind of feel to it, something that you would easily see in the city. And then you get the food, and you're like, it's good. But it's not.
It felt like it was lacking. Like they needed something else to give that oomph over the edge.
It was a step below.
I don't know if it's the expectation. Or
That's I think you saying that out loud. You're right. When you think about smoked barbecue, you think I've never not gotten a home run from smoked barbecue.
Yeah,
never. Like you've always wanted more.
Yeah, they got down to a science over there.
Yeah. And then you're thinking you're gonna walk into the steak place. And you're thinking a smoked infused steak. Your socks are about to be knocked off.
Oh yeah.
And then you cut in and you're like, all right, okay.
It's
all right, okay.
It's a steak.
Yeah.
However, if they did have a bar, I would go back for cocktails.
Chris,
That cocktail I got last night was pretty solid.
Dude, they have that bar in the back, and I was like, do you guys open this up at night and turn it into a bar? And they're like, no, it's just kind of there. That's where we make our cocktails, and then if we have events, you can do stuff there. I was like, wow, I feel like they're really missing out, especially that area. There's not many bars.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you that place would clean up.
I mean, if they could get like the place next door, like if they could get that little storefront next door and open that up
and do the cocktail,
and
just a cocktail bar.
Yeah,
do cocktails till 10.
That cocktail I got yesterday was phenomenal.
And then I had an espresso martini at the end of the night there, and it was spot on. It was heavy on the alcohol, but it was very nice. Yeah,
Sarah got it, and she's like, "Holy fuck!" And
I think Trini got that too. I think Trini got that too.
Yeah, that kicks you in the throat for sure.
Yeah, and then we went to Printer's Row Brewing because we were going to go to Metropolitan Tap because we want to support. Because I don't know if you know this, Joe, but Metropolitan Tap is the oldest craft brewer in Chicago.
Oh,
and currently they're just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Oh no!
Yeah, so they have some real issues with their landlord. And we were going to go there and kind of help to support them.
Metropolitan's on the river there, right? Yeah, that's okay.
Right by Rockwell.
I spent $900,000 to build this place out. And then there's a disagreement between their landlord and them. And they're supposedly, per Metropolitan Tap, their landlord added an additional 9,000 square feet that they didn't sign up for, they don't need, they've never used, they don't even know where this 9,000 square feet are. But they signed the contract. So they stopped paying rent. So they stopped paying rent for a year to fight with them. Courts came back and said, "Hey, you have no proof that this was fraudulent." So now you're screwed. So they're back. They have $1 million in back rent. They have equipment worth $1 million they got a loan on, and then so they can operate and be profitable. It's just they can't do it with this back rent.
They can pay current rent, but they can't pay like back rent.
Interesting.
So unfortunately, they're kind of struggling. And I didn't know. I love Metropolitan Tap. I like the area. I'm not the biggest fan of their beers, personally. I think the German beer style, I think they need to mix that up. They need to go lighter. Because, so they're having issues where they're kind of big issues. The place that their tap room always sold out. They make a ton of money there. Where they used to make a decent amount of money is they used to be able to sell a bunch of cans and distribution all over the place. They're having a lot harder time because people are not drinking as much craft beers anymore.
And it's so saturated, the market. There's
there's
a million.
Especially in Chicago. There are so many craft brewers throughout Chicago.
Just go down like Bitties. You guys went to there's like 2 aisles of local beers, and you're like, I'm not, like how do these people all stay in business? There's like so many different places.
It's the tap room. It's got to be. But so they got too big. They didn't get too big, but they were doing so well that they decided to expand more. They have this beautiful spot, but they need to rethink their beers because those are just too heavy beers. Not everybody wants that beer.
Also, I mean, if you look at that space, right? I mean, you got that awesome spot on the river. I mean, it might smell a little bit during the peak of summer because the river's stinky, but like that's like if you had like a nice like lighter summer beer, like that's a gold mine right there.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
Absolutely. And I bet you it would help. I don't know how their sales are, but I bet you it would.
I think they said they had like $2 million or something.
Yeah, they're $2 million in sales a year.
It was gross. So it was after like the cost of making it. They were netting like $2 million before operating costs.
Whoa. Holy shit! I can't even imagine how much the rent is then if they can't pay back.
$25 a month.
Yeah, it's a fuck ton.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's insane. And but there was Bloomberg had an article on it. Cranes Chicago had an article on it, and there was the Streetwise had an article on it.
Bloomberg is a shocking one because that's national.
Yeah,
I feel like Cranes and
I think the landlord is kind of he's a big Chicago landlord.
Yeah,
and he's kind of known for some shady practices as well.
Oh yeah. So wait. Yeah. They paid or they signed for an extra 9,000.
They signed. They agreed. They're like, hey, we want this space, Joe. Like, we want this table, right?
Yep.
And then the landlord was like, sure. And they gave him a lease that said actually for like this whole table.
And then the other,
and they obviously either didn't read it or didn't check it properly, or the
lawyer didn't realize it, or because the lawyer probably didn't know. Yeah.
Somebody on their side fucked up and didn't catch it, and then they signed it. And then once you sign it, like the landlord's like, you signed it.
So is there not, and I'm just trying to understand this, is there not like, this is what you're going to pay per month?
That's what I was thinking too. But I think it wasn't escalating. So I think they...
you could do it. They could, a lot of times on like commercial lease, you'll see it's like you pay $156 per square feet, which if you think it's 20,000 square feet, let's say, then you times that as X price.
Okay,
but if it's really 40,000 square feet, like that price can jump up on you.
They did it. So they had their accountants and some consultants went over because they're like, we're doing so. We've never had this much in sales before, but we're barely breaking even. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what is going on? So they went through everything, and then they realized what they had budgeted for rent versus what they were paying for rent. They're like, it wasn't going together. They're like, what the hell?
Don't you? I mean, I wouldn't have caught it the first month. Like, hey, my rent's way more expensive.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
It's funny because here's the thing: people don't pay attention to the financials, and they probably didn't pay attention until things started to slow down, and they're like, "Oh shit, why are we? Why are we not doing this well?"
They've been there for a long time.
Yeah,
long time.
If they don't get their stuff corrected. So here's the thing: the landlord's going to have to accept that he's not getting that back rent, or he's going to have to kick them out. And he's already had the green light to evict them if he wanted, but he wants to work with them because again, it's either have rent or not have rent, and he's trying to work with them. And if they don't get this all cleaned up, they will be out of business by the winter.
Really? So it's not even like we'll find a new place, go fuck yourself kind of thing. It's like,
nope.
Did you guys end up going there?
Make or break.
Long end of the story.
No.
So the long story short, we did not.
Gotcha. Where did you guys end up going?
The Printers Row. Yeah.
Oh, Printers. Oh, yes.
So we played, ladies and gentlemen.
Much smaller operation.
Much smaller operation. Duo comes in.
Dose. Go check out.
We played Duo. No, we played Dose.
Dose. Go check out the Saturday Night Pregame Podcast Instagram. It's Podcast S&P. You can see a beautiful picture of us playing Dose. The worst knockoff game ever. It is Uno less any fun.
It doesn't have the skip, the reverse, the draw two. It has
the wild four or whatever.
It has a dose card that you can change the color. It has some pound sign that you can choose the number, and then it has a 10 card. I've never seen a 10 card before. I don't know what the point of it is, but no.
It's like the knockoff sharper image version
of Uno. It was so bad. Like
somebody bought this in Sky Mall and was like,
that's what I'm thinking. I was trying to think of what that was called. Yeah,
what
Sky
a
Mall,
crap game.
100%.
we literally, so we all got down. Me and Chris both got down. Like, also, we're pretty sure there were no red cards in this packet because we got down the dose and it turned to red, and me and Chris took half the deck in.
We were there. There was a point where I was just working with like I had like half the deck in my hand. There was no way I was coming back, and I'm like, I'm just gonna make it whatever color and number Peter needs so that he can win this game. And Lauren screwed us again, and Pepsi won.
So. Is the object of the game to get down to 2 cards?
You have to scream dose when you get the 2 cards.
Oh, interesting.
This is the dumbest thing ever.
Someone's like, what's a great Uno's a great one. You know what'd be better than it?
Dose.
No, it would be double the fun. Dose.
Yeah.
Dose. Oh my God, they're so stupid. So effing stupid.
You know they're saying they
fucking genius.
Some guys just like, we got him. Somebody bought this game and they're like, we got him.
You know what would be better, guys? Trace.
That's what Brian asked me. He's like, would you buy Trace? I'm like, it can't be any worse than fucking Dose.
It could not be.
Man.
Be like you two, where it's like Uno, Dos, Trace, and then just like a 14 Catorce.
It's Trace, and it has one yellow card and red, green, and blue, and somebody turns it to the yellow that they need.
You're screwed. Yeah. All right, you're just gonna hear a funny story, and then we'll get into maybe we can go into some pick'em or some football tittle bitties. Chris, how we doing over there with the tittle bitties?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we're at like 40 minutes almost.
36.
Let's hear the
Joe, what time do you think you got to get to the Blackhawks game tonight?
Oh,
what time's the game?
It doesn't start till 7, so I got plenty of time.
But you want to leave probably.
But they probably get there earlier.
Yeah, 6:30.
Walk around.
Yeah.
So you want to probably leave about 5:30, 6.
Go home, shower.
Yep.
Eat, get out. I'll be okay. We'll get parking.
You're gonna park?
Yeah.
Is Sarah gonna?
Sarah's gonna drop us off. Yeah.
Jackpot.
100%.
Awesome, because you'll have the programs. I did kind of feel bad having you.
And I meant to tell you guys. Yeah, I'll get the programs and I'll just leave them with Sarah, so we don't have to carry them around at the bar.
Great. Okay. So
terrific.
There's a whole lot of things to longevity, like people trying to live as old as they can.
This is a good one.
And me and Chris both take a supplement called NMN, and it's supposed to help you with like your cell reproduction.
Not supposed to make you look as old.
That too, but it also like one of the things when as you get that's good, Pat. That's quick. As you get older, the reason we age, or at least to David Sinclair, is our body stops reproducing our cells, and there's like a break in there, and that's the cause of aging. And they're trying to figure out how they stop that breakage. But one of the things that they say this vitamin is supposed to help is delay that cell process breaking down. And so everybody wants to live longer. Everybody wants to live to the lady 104 skydiving just passed away.
Can I just say like a very quick aside?
Oh, please.
All these health things, like, living longer. Are we going to be like the first generation that's going to live to, like 120, but just be fucking miserable at that age? Like just not being able to physically keep up or like do stuff. Like it's like you see.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. I'm going to spear your ass into the bed at whatever that
Vegas.
At the Vegas hotel. But I just imagine like everybody gets to live longer, but they don't keep up the physical aspect of it, and so they're just like mentally there, but trapped inside a husk of a body.
Yeah. No, one of the things is eating healthy, getting your sleep,
exercising,
yeah,
weight training, and
yes,
VO2
and
stuff.
flexibility, and stretching and all that stuff. So if you're not doing that, you're not living to 120. But so they had this 102-year-old World War II veteran. And they're, celebrating his birthday. He's got this little, they got the little thing going on. And they go to him and they're like, hey, what is your secret to longevity? Because, again, they've asked all these older people, like, hey, what's the thing? Some people do bacon. Some people say whatever. And they look at the 102-year-old and they're like, hey, what is your secret to longevity? And he looks the reporter in the eyes and he says, I think death has forgotten about me.
Oh my God!
My
God!
That's the end of that interview.
That's
okay, Bob.
Please, just kill me now.
Just kill me now.
I've tried. It hasn't worked. He hasn't come. Call him.
This is the same guy who's got the pointy hat on. He's sitting there. You could just tell this man has seen some shit. World War II has never left his mind. And he just looks at it. He's like,
I killed him back in Germany.
He sees death coming down the hallway, and he walks right past him. And the son of a bitch, risk me again!
Bang, bang into the darkness.
He's like,
oh my God!
If I could tell you what I've seen lately,
it's like Stan's grandpa in South Park, where he's chasing death around. It's like, I'm right here, asshole.
Pick me.
It's that we think about our beautiful boxer. She's fighting something else nowadays. And she just beat ammonia. She's beaten some of the strongest cancers, some of the most ridiculous bacteria.
She's a champion.
She's
looking for death. It's like, come and get me, baby. Come and get me.
Please. I do think like there is like there's that billionaire or millionaire who's trying to reverse his aging, and it seems like
he's gotten down like a couple of years.
Yeah. But he also looks like plastic, which is
he
weird.
looks shit. He looks awful.
Yeah, he doesn't. You look at his face and you're like, I don't like the way that looks.
No.
But,
nice.
But I mean, clearly it's working. Like all their measurements of like flexibility, strength,
it's
touch,
reversing
hearing,
significantly.
it's all doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, like, I don't know. I'm sure this guy's stuff will probably lead to a lot of
discovery,
knowledge and discovery for future.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting. Like,
what if he catches it? He can still catch cancer, though, right? Like, you get cancer.
Oh, you could get hit by a bus. Yeah. No, 100%. A straight bullet.
Yeah.
But, like, genetics...
I mean,
he's so much to do with it. I mean, you hear about the fucking old dudes who are smoking every day, drinking a Jack Daniels, every day, living their life like they couldn't give a fuck, and they live to 100 and something, and they're like, I just... don't give a shit. And then you get someone who's like, I got stage 4 lymphoma and I'm dead before 30. Like, it's just like, it's such a luck of the draw.
Absolutely.
I'm just so curious. And this will be something down the line. This is probably not going to be known for decades, but like what the difference is between your genetic probability and what you can do to kind of create longevity in life. Like, where do those two things intersect, and where does one kind of surpass the other?
Yeah. David Sinclair calls aging a disease. He doesn't see it as a natural process. He calls it a disease. And I mean, I appreciate that. Like, listen, if I could be 80 years old and look like this and feel like this, yeah, I want that. If it's going to be, I'm going to be 80 and looking like this, but feeling like an 80-year-old, what's the point? I want to be able to be, mentally there. I want to be physically there. That's what I want. And if that's not going to happen, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, I've never looked at an older person like a lot yesterday, and I feel bad saying this, but we're at the golf, and these guys just had a great 18, but I look at them, and they're just like creaky, slow, and you could just tell that was a lot. And I'm like, I'm just never going to look for it. This is going to be miserable.
If Peter can't be out on that golf course hitting it 250 yards straight right and
straight left, straight left. I'm
breaking that club.
Here's a good, so this is, it was a Would You Rather, actually, on ESPN 1000 this week. Would you rather have more time or more money?
Time.
I think more money. Because you could get the time, but you may not physically be able to enjoy it. Whereas you get the money, you can use it to enjoy the now. That's of course if you do the the things right.
And my thoughts is, the more time you have, the more money you can make.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, the more time you have, the more money you can make.
More taxes, baby.
But also, the more money you have, the more time you'll have. Because
I mean, like,
you won't be.
Yeah. That's kind of where my thing is. But I'm like, it depends on what more money means. Like, is it a couple $1,000s a year? Is it a couple $100,000 a year? Because then,
or you get that Bezos money, and you're just like, fuck it.
Then you get that, and you have all the time in the world. You could live to 50 and experience more than most people live at.
I'm going more
that
time.
Live to 100.
Do you ever think he just gets bored at one point in his life? He's like, what am I gonna do? What am I spend money on now?
Oh, yeah, like
space.
Bill Gates or not? Or Bezos. Yeah. You do kind of wonder. Like, I would love to have that conversation. Be like, hey. But then he's probably got a standard day. Like, he gets up at 9. He works out. He has his breakfast.
Takes his TRT.
Yes, and then he, maybe he looks at, some of the business stuff.
Looks at his plastic wife.
Yeah, she's.
Is he married again?
No, no. Yeah, he's. That poor lady's
not.
To
a lady that.
I don't. Very quick aside. I don't think if my marriage failed, or ended for whatever reason, and I'm still the one living, and
Joe assumes they're gonna live until the last
Well,
year.
I'm just saying, like, I could be dead and she gets to, live on. But I don't think I would do it again. Like, nothing against marriage, but it's like I tried it, I did it.
Yeah.
I told Katrina
Moving on.
I told Katrina numerous times that she'll be the only person I've married, whether this works out or not.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I said that to Lauren. Like, I don't. Here's the thing: if Lauren was to say tomorrow, like, I don't.
Well, maybe a relationship, but I would never get married.
No,
It would
I
never-
don't think a relationship.
It would never be on the table. It would it'd be a point where she's like, I want to get married, like I don't, and then that would be the end of it.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I would honestly would. I don't know if I would want to be in another relationship.
even play the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really, really happy with the relationship I'm in. So like when you figured, like, if you've had what you wanted and it doesn't work, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why go through all that
Here's your next
shenanigans
flight to
again?
Costa Rica.
Here's the thing. Did you guys, or maybe Pat hasn't seen this, and Joe, you were on the article, but Pat, did you hear this? In North Korea, so in COVID times, there was
COVID North Korea.
there was in the COVID times, there was a real need for IT remote working.
Mm-hmm.
So these technology companies, startups, everything, were hiring, and there's been a lot of hiring of outside the United States for IT purposes.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
North Korea has a bunch of really smart people, and these guys were, they were hiring North Koreans to do their IT,
That sounds like a poor choice.
and they were taking this money.
They didn't. I don't
Yes.
think they knowingly
No, not at
hired
all.
North
Yeah.
Koreans. North Koreans had left North Korea
Yep.
and gone to other places in the world.
Okay, so they're not.
got
They weren't
IT
physically in
jobs.
North Korea at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were remote jobs. I mean, maybe they
Yeah.
did end up going back. The article didn't elaborate on that bit. But
Continue.
yeah,
And they took the wages that they were received and sent them back to North Korea for their weapons programs.
Wow.
So United States technology companies
fucking wild.
were paying for North Korea's
Nuclear program.
nuclear program.
Nice. Thanks.
How insane is that?
Thanks, Amazon.
Go ahead, Joe.
That I mean, the idea of that just not even like the fact that in a way America in a circular way paid these people and then these people like funded the weapons program for North Korea, but it's like North Korea itself. I just watched a video where they said that they stopped.
Time out. There's a thing on here that says right error. I don't know what the hell that means.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's still recording, but
Oh, I just think it's absolutely wild that North Korea is like, shit, we need money for missiles.
I didn't realize that North Korea had that many people because they're sort of far behind technology-wise. It's interesting that they had people that were able to do that.
Yeah, it blows my mind that they're like, you know what? Hey, Pat, we're going to send you.
huh? No, Daddy, no! No, nothing. Oh, no!
There's no noise.
There's
Chris.
nothing.
Oh, the music ain't working!
There we go. All right, we're back again. We're back. We had some technical issues.
Things happen.
Or we didn't have technical issues. We thought we had
Yeah,
technical
we
issues.
thought we did.
Chris Figueroa had a little
Thankfully, everything's okay.
We got an error that I didn't recognize.
I do have a quick question. You did put something in the fridge. Is that something that we should be grabbing for this podcast?
I took it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge. I figured
I'll grab a couple, and we'll try those too.
Okay.
Great,
I
I
wasn't
just
sure if
opened
that
this-
was.
I mean, I'm out of beer, so I might as well.
Great, I just opened my
Same with
Coors
me.
Light. Perfect.
Perfect.
Joe, finish your statement, baby.
So I was just saying, I think it's absolutely wild that Koreans are like, we need to fund our weapons program. What are we going to do? We're going to send our countrymen and women to other parts of the world, and then they'll, like Europeans back in the 70s and 80s, leaving their country and sending money back home. That's how they funded their weapon program.
That was their slave labor, bro.
You know, it's interesting because I thought we could.
wild.
It's interesting because at least in the U.S., I don't think you can send money to Korea, right?
Yeah, I don't imagine you're going to Western Union and
like,
going.
"Hey, we gotta
I mean,
wire
maybe
money."
South Korea, but not North
Not
Korea.
Korea,
Yeah,
North-
yeah.
for sure South Korea, but definitely not North Korea.
So here's the thing. So this
Did you hit your head?
Oh yeah,
No, I
definitely
did.
did.
One big Venmo.
There's
Kim
No.
Jong, just straight to Kim Jong Un.
straight Bitcoin to send them Bitcoin.
That's honestly, it really was. It's cryptocurrency, I bet. No, but this isn't a new thing for them. They send their labor to Russia,
You told me, yeah.
and Russia will pay North Korea for their labor, but the people don't get any of that money.
And they always come
That's
back.
wild.
They barely get
Passing you
fed.
guys cups here.
They barely get fed. And I'll finish this one. I'll pull this one up for you, Joe. They barely get fed, and they get zero wages from it. And North Korea uses that money to again fund their weapons programs. It's insane.
It's wild that they get to leave the country
And don't try to run.
and then don't, try to
We
run.
gotta imagine they're on some kind of camp or
probably-
something.
yes.
They're probably brainwashed.
No. Here's why that doesn't happen.
Stockholm
Because
syndrome.
if if they do that, their families will be put into the
Joke's on you. I hate my family.
Yeah, honestly, it could be that. But they're like their entire family. It's not like your immediate family. It's cousins,
It's
second
it's
cousins,
generations.
Yeah, generations are effed forever because of that.
They're gonna dig up your dead grandma and
And throw it in
throw her in the ocean.
Throw her on the firing line and blow her up with a fucking missile like they did his uncle.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you guys are? It's so. This is funny. But
How many Korean workers did it take to kill Kim Jong Un's uncle on the firing line?
That was one
They
bomb.
Launched a missile at him.
Yeah,
that
one
was a
bomb.
whole month's worth of work, Joe.
Yeah, he fixed so many IT tickets to
That was
to kill
so
that
many.
uncle.
That was so many people's websites that couldn't get into their porn website. He had to reset so many passwords.
we gotta ask Brian the ratio of IT tickets to pay so we can get a good idea.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So this country has submarines their submarines are from World War II. Yet they are professional enough to work on IT programs in America.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
Speaking
It's,
of one thing,
it's got to be like a program. You have
Yeah.
to have trained these people, brought in enough systems to at least let them know how stuff works, and then send them out.
Or they're
That's
sending them
nice.
to school somewhere
That
else.
is very nice.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you want to get into the Tittle Bees? I'm going to use the washroom real quick.
Oh baby.
Let's go.
I had one quick little thing that I saw this week. It
Oh,
was-
please.
No.
it was,
When I come back,
It does
let Chris
re-
go in the football.
All right, the first
it's related
one.
to Ken Griffin.
The first one we have. All right, the first one we have
What you got?
is in each of the past 6 matchups between the Commanders and the Giants in New York. The under is hit. Plus, the under is hit in 17 of the past 20 meetings between these two teams when the Giants have hosted.
What's the over/under?
37.5.
It's a little low.
It is.
Not
Wait,
like that.
is
Not like that.
that's
Iowa,
a
Minnesota
low-
low.
That's a
yeah.
low thing.
Did you
That's a low
Did you
number.
guys see the
Interesting.
Iowa Minnesota over/under for this week?
No.
30.5. Lowest one
Wow.
in I think it's the lowest over/under in 30 years.
That's crazy.
Is that total points?
Last year's
Okay.
game was 13-10.
That's pretty gnarly. The next one I have are the Bears are 5-1 with overs this season. The best of any team. Over under. What? Dare to take a guess?
Of the who they're playing the Raiders.
The Raiders.
It's got to be 36, 37.
You're
40,
close.
47.
No, it is 37.5.
Yeah.
They're really liking the 37.5 number this week, gentlemen.
I mean, I don't know. The question is, the defense is so bad they might give us some points.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
that-
Can the
I mean-
offenses do anything? Either of them?
I'm assuming Fields isn't playing either.
Fields is out. Garoppolo's out.
Yeah, this is just not going to be a
We
good
got
game.
Bajent versus whoever.
How is Garoppolo doing?
He's a bad back and he's hurt.
He's an interception machine.
Yeah, he
He's-
really is.
He's a Super Bowl quarterback,
Yeah.
and was it more like
Yeah, they
his
always have
team
good
was great?
defenses around him.
okay?
He's a good facilitator, but he's not gonna win.
He's not going to
game.
win you a game.
He
He's
might-
not a Patrick Mahomes.
He might not
or-
lose you the game, but he's not gonna win
Yeah.
you the game.
Okay, so he's not. Yeah. Okay.
And then the last one is the Lions are 7-1 against the spread in their past 8 road games. They are 3-point they are +3 on the road, 3-point underdogs against the Ravens.
I think that's a tough game for them, honestly.
So
I think it is, but I think they could. I think they could.
I got picked the Lions to win that game, but I got them real low.
So let's take it back a sec. You take Lions against the spread.
You take the Lions to cover the 3 points.
Cover the 3 points.
So they'll lose or win. They'll lose by less than 3 points, or they'll win.
What was the one before that?
The Bears and over 37.5.
I don't know about that one.
Take the over on the Bears.
That's a rough one, but yeah. And then you take the under in the Giants-Redskins game at 37.5 as well.
Or the Commanders, whatever you want to call them.
So Detroit to cover, or Detroit to cover the Bears to what?
The Bears over.
Bears over.
That's a 37.5 over.
Oh, yeah. Do you know where people, sorry, not that, but gamblers have taken the casinos to the bank on the under this year.
Yeah, because scoring's way down.
Yeah, so they are redoing the unders. So now this week, I think it's a week to go for the over.
Because the Bears over under is 37.5, and the Giants Commanders over under is 37.5.
I will be partly that.
You take the under of the Giants Commanders game, and you take the over on the Bears game.
No, I think I'm going both over.
Okay, here's one other one for you. The lowest over under in the last 30 years is this week's Iowa Minnesota game.
What's that at?
That's college
30
football,
and a half.
Okay, when does that play?
I think it's today. Today's the point.
Okay, so I got to see if I can get that one.
I'll let you know.
Last year's game ended 13-10 just for the record.
What did you have on Ken Griffin, Mr. Lynch?
So he bought. He's spent roughly, I think it's like $400 million to buy a bunch of property and homes that's like just north of where Trump's place is down there in Margalo or whatever. Yeah. And he's expecting to spend another $600 million to build the world's largest private mansion, I believe. And so his all-in cost on this house is going to be roughly $1 billion.
No.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Down in Mar-a-Lago?
And Brian Hamilton's got to go down there instead of all the Wi-Fi.
Here's the thing.
That's mind-blowing.
He actually was in an article, and he was like, maybe you guys should stop worrying about me and fix the real issues in Chicago. And he's pissed because there's a new movie coming out about the big, the
GameStop stuff.
And he's portrayed in it. And he doesn't think it's very accurate.
Played by Nick Offerman.
Yeah. And he doesn't feel like he's portrayed correctly in it, which is fair. But he's like, you guys should stop writing articles about this and really, truly figure out the issues.
So they wrote an article about his house instead.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, boys.
Oh, and it's Ray started, Peter. It's 10-3 in the second quarter.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, the game.
I would have taken that.
Who's winning?
Iowa.
Okay.
All right. So one of our favorite subjects or topics on this podcast is feel good stories.
Oh, we're just gonna skip over the Joe C. Lock of the Century.
How can we do that?
We're also gonna do our Survivor pools, Pearson.
All right, let's do it. Let's take a look.
Well, I'm out of the Survivor pool now.
Yeah, but you can give us
But you still get the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the week.
Fuck Philadelphia.
All right. Yeah, fuck Philadelphia. I may pick them to win occasionally, but I didn't this week. I picked Miami. My lock of the century of the week is for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens.
The Detroit Lions.
It's a bold choice. I like it though.
I hope it's not that bold. They're towards the top of my confidence.
It's a tight game. It's projected to be a tight game.
All right.
I'm going with the Niners for my confidence pool or our Survivor pool, by the way.
Niners over.
Terrific.
Minnesota.
Over the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, I feel like that could be a little tricky.
I think Kyle Shanahan's going to come out a little angry. Going to let the wood to the Minnesota Vikings.
What am I doing here, Joseph? What am I doing?
Looking for them.
Are we also tracking this so we don't pick the same teams twice? I know I haven't picked the Niners yet. I don't think.
We haven't.
We
That's
definitely
right.
have not yet.
Who do you have, Chris? In your
He's out.
I've been out since week 1.
You've been out.
The Chargers burned him good.
Are you?
It's terrific.
Are you still in this, Peter?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's going to be just me
Okay.
and Pat.
So Pat, you have the Niners.
You know what I'm going to go? I'm going. You know what? I'm going to end this. I'm going to end it. We're not going to end it. And I know I haven't picked this team, so I'm going to take Green Bay over the Denver Broncos.
Oh, in the Mile High Stadium.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
I don't know.
Come off a bye week. They should get their shit together.
Hopefully.
Enough to beat the shitty Broncos at least.
All right, Chris. Now we do one of our favorite.
Now your favorite
subjects.
subject.
This is a feel good story, but it's also very interesting. The Rolling Stones launched their first new album in 18 years.
Oh wow!
You know how they did this?
AI.
No, they did
Holographs.
Or how they presented their new album.
They did a concert with a bunch of people, right?
They in a small club in New York with guest Lady Gaga.
Dude,
Interesting.
Lady Gaga's killing it with the old guys.
Yeah, she really. Yeah, Tony Bennett.
And Tony Bennett.
Yep.
And now the Rolling Stones. She's gonna be the new Harley Quinn in the Joker movie that's coming out. Yeah, they're doing a sequel with Joaquin Phoenix, and she's playing Harley Quinn in it. Yeah.
Oh,
that was weird. It was kind of an odd movie.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah. That Joker was great.
It was out there though.
But these guys are in their 80s. Dude can sing. Dude can dance.
That's
killing it.
Incredible.
And if people say drugs are bad for you, right?
See,
drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs bad.
What do you think of this beer, anyways?
I like this beer. Well, I'm a Hefeweizen.
I like this one more than the first one.
Yeah, this is a lot.
The first one was very like just blah. Is it good or bad? It's just kind of
fair enough.
Yeah.
AI to the win. Yeah, this is. So we should probably. What is this? Would you say this is Tuschers? Hell's Hefeweizen. Natural Trub.
Chris is the German speaker around here.
Yeah, Chris, what are we working with here?
I gotta see the can.
Oh, my bad.
We're going with Tucher, Hell's Hefeweizen, Natural Trub. I cannot read what's on top though. It's
also Boston.
Vormals, Kunglik.
It's a wheat beer.
Bayern Shish.
It's beer.
Vegan Brauhaus.
Das is beer.
We got
Vegan Brauhaus.
All right.
Das is beer.
Ancient library scrolls thought to be ruined by the eruption in
Pompeii.
Yeah, Pompeii was readable by AI.
Yes, I saw. This is a kid in college.
Yes, $30,000.
Yup.
And they're like, "What are you gonna use it?
Absolutely incredible.
What are you gonna do with that $30,000?" He's like, "I'm gonna buy more
blowing hookers."
Nice.
That's just me. Sorry.
What is on Pat's mind right now? What the fuck?
Blowing hookers.
Jesus Christ.
Tearing baby.
Pat's ready to go tonight.
Pat got done
Katrina run.
Pat got done with Texas on Monday, and his mind has just been going. Texted me and Peter last night about opening a bar like cans. How many beers have you drinking yet so far, Pat? 2. Bullshit.
It was only 2. It was really only 2.
I was like 7.
It was only 2.
So he got
I was high on life, Chris.
He got 30,000 prize, and he's putting that into more computers to build bigger and better AI, so that he can get the final prize and actually decode what the scroll actually says.
Oh wow,
what
that's cool.
What if it said something like really stupid, like?
Oh yeah, like the bathroom's to the right.
Yeah.
Something like you're stupid for translating this.
To the idiot in the future.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That's truly awesome. That really is.
All right, let's see here. Here we go. Native wildlife flourishing again after another Caribbean island banishes invading rodents. So rats are just the worst.
Yeah.
Like they do so much damage to just natural like plant life and all that stuff. And it sucks because how you have to get rid of them is it's very difficult. You usually have to just plot an insane amount of poison and just wipe them out. And that's not good for the environment either.
Are rats good for anything? Like mosquitoes, bees, wasps. They all serve a function of like spreading pollen and
I don't think rats serve any purpose of any kind.
No.
Yeah, but spread disease, Joseph.
What most rodents? I mean, but they do feed coyotes. They feed snakes. They feed they are a viable food source when there's predators.
Yeah, no predators in the city though.
With the lack thereof.
Well, there are in this Chicago. You're right. They've overrun.
Yeah.
But the coyotes are now.
But the number of predators is far smaller than the number of rats in the city.
That's true. Breakthrough in recycling EV batteries can recover 100% of aluminum and 98% of lithium.
Whoa.
Thanks to Swedish scientists.
That's good.
That's
insane.
Easily change.
Saving the cold.
So does that mean with like the lithium that since they can recycle it and reuse it, that it's going to kind of.
The hope would be yes.
To get rid of that lithium shortage and everything like that.
Yeah.
Also, the thought of that would be that it would probably make it easier to mass produce electric vehicles, electric cars, because right now it's a huge environmental thing to actually create all those things.
Yeah, once you do it, it's kind of one use, and then you kind of have to toss it. That would change a lot. Yeah.
I heard on this is not a feel good story at all, but
let's end this podcast right after this moment.
I was listening to we got to probably end this here quickly or soon. I was listening to the radio and they were talking about the waste of electric cigarettes, the e-cigs, and you can't distill those out, and you can't recycle them. You can't throw them out because of the batteries, and you can't. The other is the nicotine waste. So
Interesting.
they were trying to figure out what to do with all these those e-cig battery packs
That's like
that people.
Juul and
just
stuff
yes,
like that.
they don't know what to do with them. You can't recycle them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just get rid of them in general.
I hate because I understand
Swipe
people
it.
want to do things like
Swipe it
this.
out.
I think this is one of those things where you just have to say, I'm sorry, there's no good that
Yeah,
comes
just
from
go back
this.
to smoking the regular cigarettes, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more Philip Morris, goddammit. They're struggling.
Okay, I'm going to read two more and Chris, we'll get out of here, buddy. I know you're itching.
Oh, baby.
Is good news for California bees. Governor signs law to protect pollinators from toxic pesticides, which is nice. We have given a lot. You know what's awesome? We're usually a week or 2 weeks ahead of most media where, the Skittle ban in California just got like big news, and we were ahead of that, ladies and
Good news
gentlemen.
here first, ladies and gents.
We still got some in the fridge.
Yes. Yeah, we do. All right, and last one here is
Well, if you live in California, we'll sell them to you for a reasonable price.
you got to pay for shipping, though.
Yes, we don't buy shipping.
Sealed jars of wine from 5,000 years ago uncovered in Egyptian queen's tomb.
You drinking it?
Not a chance.
Yeah.
Is it liquid? You can't imagine it's still liquid, right?
I would assume
It's gotta be
right?
sludge.
It's got to be. I don't know. I
It's
mean,
fermented.
wine is a
It's
weird
fermented
thing,
as all
right?
shit, right?
Like usually, if it's
'Cause
too
it's
old,
so
it just
hot
turns to
and-
vinegar.
Don't they say that aged wine is
But
best? Let it wine. Like
It's kept in a tomb. It could still technically be good.
It's going to be some
That's like-
noxious gas. It's going to kill you.
Yeah, some fucking
I'm probably passing myself.
yeah. Not a big.
No,
wine
yeah, so
guy.
here you go. The
Not a
wine was
wine
no
drinker.
longer liquid,
Okay.
and we can't tell if it was white or red or white. We found a lot of organic residue, grape seeds, and crystals, possibly tar, and all of this currently being scientifically analyzed. Which, that's what in the seed. There's a bunch of, I think it's. They have like a 800-year-old bottle of whiskey that came from the seed that was bottled and was in a ship. And
Oh yeah.
so that can be drunk. That can, because it was
Yeah.
cooled. It was sitting. It was no light, no nothing. It's just sitting in the bottle. It looks perfect.
Yep.
That wine, what they'll do is they'll get the recipe. They'll analyze it, get the recipe, and they'll just make some that were based off that, so we can all kind of try
They're
it.
like, oh, this is shit. This is not worth it.
Yeah, no.
This is bad.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, how good does it feel to be on a Saturday night, no work, no responsibilities
Nothing
tomorrow?
to do. Nothing.
Like my good friend Billy Curtin says, ain't no party like a pregame party.
It's
Which
Lee
you-
Bryce.
Lee Bryce. Lee Bryce.
Oh, the guy who doesn't know anything about
Best
country
is-
music.
best
Yeah.
is- Best is trend in the whole.
I was gonna let it go,
Uh,
but Chris went and get it.
There's only one. There's only a couple times where I've gotten. Peter asked me the one time. I think he's like, "Do you know who sings this song?" He texted me. He's like, "I'll buy you a drink if you know who sings this song." And I was like, nailed it right away.
Jackpot! Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Hit that like, subscribe, comment, let us know, rate, review, do all that good stuff. Chris, what can they do?
They can ring the bell.
Get them notifications, ladies and gentlemen. Know when the newest and latest Saturday Night Pregame podcasts are coming out there.
You want to know when those shorts come out because they're great.
Tremendous. Do us a favor. Email our buddy Pat at the SMPpodcast@gmail.com.
Wish him good luck for his wedding.
Yes,
in
2 weeks. We got to figure out when we're going to do the podcast next week, but that's another day, another story. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your Sundays, and have a great week.
Bye.
Woo.